Hey everybody, what is up? We're gonna be talking about door closers. And one of the main things I wanna get out of this conversation, and I'm guessing you do too, is like, how do you really know what's a good door closer, what's a really not so good door closer? And most importantly, when it comes to replacing units, is there one that you can use that's gonna cover the majority of applications? Well, good news for you is I'm getting ready to sit down with Corey over at DETEX and we're gonna hash it out. Enjoy. All right, hey everybody, so I am here with Corey from DETEX. Corey, how's it going?
Things are going good. How about yourself?
Doing good. I tell you what, I am really excited to talk about a door closer. And so this is the deal. So I notice that, DETEX has a variety of things for, the back door and the front, of course, but yeah. The, exit alarms, the exit devices, and you have a pretty good variety of them. But when it comes to door closers, I see that you have like essentially one.
Correct, yeah.
And I also see that it's made by Ryobi.
That's correct.
Now, is this the Ryobi? I've been known a lot of people watching, like I actually really like Ryobi tools, okay?
Yeah,
is that good or bad? I don't know.
Well, so the idea is that, the company that made these used to own the Ryobi that everybody knows from Home Depot, but they actually sold that off to Home Depot now. So now the Ryobi that's in Home Depot is their own entity.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, so these guys are industrial manufacturers. They do car engines, they do a lot of different things, and the Home Depot portion of it, they actually sold off a few years ago. So.
Okay, so you're saying that like my green tool collection, which are you an actual Ryobi tool fan or not?
Yeah, unfortunately, well, I'm not. I don't do it for a living anymore, so I actually use those, and they're great tools.
Okay,
yeah,
cool. So when it comes to the Ryobi Industrial, which is who makes this door closer we're going to talk about. Right. It has the same name, but it's actually a separate company.
Correct. At this point. Correct. Yeah. At this point, Home Depot is doing their own manufacturing and parts and pieces for the tool section of it. This is, like I said, this is more the commercial, industrial side of what they do now.
Okay. Now, how old is this door closer? Like, is this like something that they've come out with the last couple of years, or has it been longer than that? Kind of give us a little history if you could.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So it's been around for about 40 years at this point. So fun stories though. So back in the day, we actually know a guy whose dad worked for and he worked in the testing lab. So back in the testing lab, they'd put a bunch of different pieces and parts on there, different competitors, closers, and they would see how many openings and closings it could take. So, back then, they actually put this door closer in their testing lab, and it actually went up to about 1.3 million closings, and it was still going and still functioning, no disruptions, no leaking, no nothing. So they actually took it off, and so that's been one of the higher points for us, is that at 1.3 that it was still functioning, it was still going, and it was still strong. So
yeah, well, it's something that, this thing has been in use about as long as I've been alive.
Right.
And so I guess it's kind of cool that, obviously if something like this didn't work, I'm guessing they would quit selling it.
Right.
Or they do something different, but they keep going.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But yeah, so
that's a cool story.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty cool because like after 1.3 million openings, they decided to take it off because they were like, I don't want to know anymore. Like,
that's good.
Let's not give any more proof in the pudding kind of thing.
Yeah. Now, is what I want to do, everybody, is I want to kind of take an approach maybe that if you're watching this video or are interested in door closers, I'm hoping I can kind of ask some of the questions that maybe you would want to know. And so I just want to kind of just come out right of the gates, okay? So there's kind of, on the market, there's kind of two levels or two kind of ways it looks like people who sell door closers go to market. You have like the spec door closers like the LCN, like a 4040.
Right.
And then you kind of have the lower end, which is like ones that are imported to compete at a super cheap price point.
Basically, yeah.
I'm kind of curious, just off the bat, where does this Ryobi closer fit into that?
If I had to say it fit into one of them, it's definitely not going to be on the lower end type of door closer. If you're getting this, you're getting the quality, you're getting the durability, you're getting the long lasting product that you really, once it's set up the way you need it, you basically, it doesn't take as much troubleshooting. They've made it really easy to just alter the function of it pretty quickly. So you're not out there for a whole long time, so.
Okay. And so when it comes to, now when I look at it, when I look at the body of it, it does look different than a lot of closers
Correct.
that I've seen.
Yeah, with the Ryobi, the 4550, we actually, they make it with an R14 aluminum steel, which is not your cast iron. So if you can tell, you can see that this is gonna be 40% lighter than the majority of other competitors because theirs are made out of cast iron. They're real heavy. The metals are that they make it out of, they will expand and contract. So this one, actually, like I said, the R14 aluminum, it is the same stuff that they use to manufacture engine blocks on vehicles, more specifically Hyundai. So they actually make the engine blocks for Hyundai. But what's the benefit to that, right? It's gonna take a lot more pressure if to expand and contract, and the hydraulic fluid, it's not gonna get heated up or cooled down as fast and stuff like that because it's all weather hydraulic. So there's no yearly come out, change out the fluid because of the season. That's the idea, is it's going to be a whole lot lighter, it's going to be a lot less maintenance, and it's going to last, basically through the times.
Okay, and that's what the R14 is right there.
Correct.
Talking about that aluminum.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, and I see this is actually made in Japan.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So, probably one of the biggest reasons door closers have problems is they leak.
Yep.
Right?
Correct.
With the aluminum being different and all that kind of stuff, do these leak too? Like, is that something to be expected?
Not to be expected. So these ones have one of the lowest rates of leaking. So we've had, just a little back, there's a distributor I went out to last year. They had bought a whole stack of one of our competitors' door closers, and before they even opened up the pallet, the hydraulic fluid was all over the floor. A whole pallet's worth.
Really?
So for us, and especially since we've had this product, we haven't had any of them with a leak issue yet on our tech support calls or anything of that sort. So leaking really isn't going to be a factor of why we shouldn't or should go forward with it. We really don't have that issue.
So you're saying to date, DETEX has not had one call?
I haven't had that call.
You haven't had that
Correct,
call.
but to say that we haven't, I can't vouch for that. There's not a lot to this product. We made it so simple that it's just it's kind of like the toilet. Why have we not had a remake of a toilet? The toilet's been the same for 50, 60 years. Why? Because that setup is good and correct. So yeah, kind of the same concept. We found the exact way that we feel, or they feel that the product could be built no better, no worse in a sense, and that's kind of the idea.
Okay, so like when I look at this closer, it is lighter. It in a lot of ways looks small, right? Like how much use and or how big a door can this actually go on? I mean, like, to be honest with you, when I look at this unit here, it seems kind of maybe light duty or for like a small application.
Right.
Like, is that true or
no? So actually, this is the 4550. This is actually the bigger of the Ryobi door closers. So this one can handle a door up to 330 pounds. Everything can be adjusted. Your back check, your latch, and everything. And you can also wind up and wind down your spring, depending on how much pressure you need on it. But no, this is not one. This is going to be on your front door. This is going to be kind of like your AH, your architectural hardware. So you're not going to put one of the plastic exit devices out on the front door. You're going to put your one that's, for one, more durable, because you're getting a lot more foot traffic. Two, it looks better. It looks nicer. Like I said, this is for heavy use front of stores like UPS, Domino's, all these stores that are basically being opened and closed, like you said earlier, more than the doors just being sat. So yeah, this is the one that you want to put up there, that you put up and you don't have to worry about it.
Gotcha. Okay. So even though at first glance it looks kind of like a smaller light duty use, it's not.
No, it's David and Goliath. So this is David.
Okay. Nice. So I mean, this is something that you want to put it in a high
traffic area.
High traffic area.
That's correct.
That's what it's made for.
Yeah.
Okay, so kind of the next point, which I think is almost maybe the most important, which is a lot of times people, I mean, there's some, there's a decent amount of cases where you're going to install a brand new closer on a brand new door, but a lot of times you're going to be replacing, at least in the industry I'm in, you're going to be replacing existing.
Correct.
And what is the most popular door closer on the planet?
LCN 4040.
Yeah, the LCN 4040. And so I've never met someone who wants to put more holes in a door. I don't know. Do you want to put more holes on the door? I don't.
Yeah.
Right?
Correct. Yeah.
And so if someone is going out, usually they'll get the phone call, closer's leaking.
Yep.
Or it's not working right. And by the way, there's a bunch of stuff on the door.
Right.
Right. In those situations, this hole pattern match up with the LCN 4040 or any others for that matter?
Okay, well, let's go back. So with that, the whole idea of course, nobody wants to put extra holes in their door. So we also knew that the market's pretty flooded, right? So there's all the LCN 4040s, there's all these competitors, door closers are a dime a dozen. You can find them anywhere, put them on, whatnot, but you're gonna have different things going along down the line. So what we did is when you get one of our tri-pack, it's actually gonna come for no extra charge. It's going to come with one of these, and this is going to be your retrofit plate. So basically, it's going to cover up all holes that were existing before, and it gives you a new set to where this can be installed onto it.
Okay, so first of all, this thing is,
duty.
It's beefy.
Yes, it's got to do the 330 pounds max, so that's got to be able to withstand not only what the door closer can do, but that's got to be able to withstand that 330 pound threshold.
Yeah, this is a piece of metal here.
It could be a weapon.
and so you're saying, so with this unit I'm looking at here, is what you're telling me is that if we were to go out to a 4040 application, what holes on this are for the 4040?
So it depends on where you're installing it on, where it was previously installed. So you'll see that once you take your 4040 off, it'll either be the 2 top set of holes or the 2 bottom set of holes. And the other 2 sets will be put into the wall itself. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so they'll be able to, and so is this something that you can take the existing screw, is there a screw pack or something?
It does come with a screw pack, but you can use the screws that were previous. We don't suggest that, but yes, we do. It does come with all the screws, pieces, sex nuts, bolts, depending on what kind of door you're in, putting it on. We give everything for it. Okay,
it'll give everything, and so you'll be able to just screw really quick into the existing holes. You'll be able to mount this plate, and then from here, let me take a look at it here. It's these 4 small screws here.
The threaded ones.
Yeah,
they're threaded so that it makes it easily to install.
So you just take it. And so it's what? If you are taking an old 4040 off and you're putting this unit on, to put the base unit on, maybe 5 minutes or so?
Yeah, if you've already got the holes, half of the installation is definitely putting the holes, finding out where they go. So if you've already got that, you're cutting it by at least 2/3 of your time. So yeah, maybe 5-10 minutes tops, depending on how good you are.
It's not that big of a deal.
Very simple. Yeah.
Okay. Is there a situation where this isn't going to work with a 4040?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah. Absolutely.
It's going to.
Yeah. The engineers really put their brains together on this to make this to where we can truly say that this is going to be a retrofit for anything. And it's not just the 4040. This one right here is for the 4040 and a few other footprints, because as you know, competitors have tried to do this also, which they understand the 4040 market, the LCN market, and so they actually made it to where their footprint is the same. So even a lot of the competitors, this plate will also work, but we also do have another version for the rest of them. So yeah. Very interesting. But this is the one that comes with. That's the tri-pack one, because that's the LCN 4040 retrofit plate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Side note, this plate here, if you install one that doesn't need this plate, this is a great stamping block for keys. Honestly. I'm sitting here looking at it, I'm like, man, I could put some keys on here, and put number 12 or something on them.
Yeah.
But that's funny. So now, we've talked about this part and installing it, right? So you can install it by itself.
Correct.
If you're replacing it with a 4040, you can use this heavy duty plate.
Yeah.
Nice and easy. I think I completely get that. I'm now kind of curious about the arms. Is there going to, when you take the 4040 off, is the arms going to match up as well, or does it get a little weird? Like, talk me through it.
So with that, there's this one arm set. It actually does 3 different functions. It's going to do the top jam, the parallel, and the standard arm. So depending on what they had previously, if you do the same installation where they had their footprint on there with the arm, it should line up in the same position.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there's no extra hole up top?
No,
either.
there shouldn't be any extra holes up top. Yeah.
Okay, because that's kind of sometimes like the one underrated thing, right? Like you replace it and you get the base unit on, and then they're like, oh,
there's still holes.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
And that's cool. And so, because of how you're putting this plate on, it's going to cover up all the holes, right? Because no one, I don't think anybody wants a door closer replaced, and then you can kind of see, oh, hey, there's a half hole sitting over there.
Yeah, the Swiss cheese thing.
Yes.
Yeah, nobody wants that. So that's kind of where we came in with our retrofit thought about it, is that nobody wants to have those extra holes and to make it look worse than it was before you even took off the old closers. So.
All right, Chris, so as we wrap up here really quick, so I just kind of want to summarize and try to make things, make sure I understand them, and then everyone watching also can understand them, which is this. So when you buy the Tri-Pack Ryobi by DETEX door closer, this one right here, the D4550, it says Tri for a reason.
Correct.
And the reason it says Tri is...
Well, it's because with the it's not going to come with 3 different arms, so it's going to come in just these 2 standard arms. It does 3 different functions. Like I said, the top mount, the parallel, and the standard. So depending on what function, like however you need it, that those 2 arms are going to do all 3 different functions, depending on the installations.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's where the Tri comes from.
Yeah, that's where the Tri 3.
Okay. I was thinking more simply like 3 pieces or something.
Right.
But, I mean that's me. I did go to public school in Idaho, so But well, Corey, thanks for taking the time. I love the display. That thing's cool. Like, I mean, what are the odds of you sticking that in your bedroom, man? Like,
I've already got one there.
Okay.
My wife's not happy about it.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Very good. Well, hey, thanks again.
Yeah.
Now, of course, everybody, we want to know what you think. What points, what questions do you have? Of course, we want to know in the comments below. It's funny, in the comments where you post your thoughts, what you're thinking, your questions, that's where we actually all learn. And truly, a lot of the value of the videos we do doesn't necessarily come from just like us sitting here talking, but really the comments. So thank you all. We look forward to reading them. And of course, we'll see you next time. Hey, before you go, I want to make sure that you know to include the hashtag Lockboss when you comment on our videos, and you automatically get hooked up to win free stuff that we give away each and every week. Tune in live here on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and find out who the lucky winners are. I'm rooting for you. We'll see ya.